Morning student, today I am going to explain civics lesson number 4, the key elements of a democratic government part 2. Now in part 1 I have explained it there that the Maya Naidu stories also were there and how these people were these African people were there, they were humiliated by the white people that we had seen it. Now the second part, the key elements of a democratic government, this part you have to learn it in 7th standard also and in 8th standard also because it is very much important. Now let's move on the part 2. See, the other ways of participating. Elections are usually held once in 5 years. Now in the first lesson also I explained it there. The election in our India, election always be held once in 5 years. Besides voting, there are other ways of participating in the process of government. People participate by taking an interest in the working of the government and criticizing it when required. What is mean by the criticizing? Criticizing means taking out the fault from anything, that is called the criticizing. Now, if any law, government has made any law, now people had right to criticize it. It means that whether this law is good for people or not, and by this law can the people develop, that also the opposition party always criticize that law. And whenever there is required, if the government had made any law and if there is criticizing required, at that time opposition parties always criticize law, and it is very much essential also there. Now in August 2005, when a particular government increased the money people had to pay for electricity, people expressed their disapproval very sharply. Now what happened in August 2005, when a particular government, means that in 2005 which government was there, suppose the BJP government is there, suppose the Congress is there, and that government has increased the money. Which money? That increased the electricity, means the government were taking too much money from the people there. At that time people were not happy and people had done the revolt at that time. Revolt means revolt they had done. They took out the rallies and also organized a signature campaign. Now the people united and they have taken out the rally also there against the decision which the government has taken it. And what about the signature campaign? It means that they were writing these revolutionaries or those who were against the government, they were writing there and they were taking the sign of the people and people were giving the sign that they are against the government, that is the signature campaign. Understood? Suppose if you have also decided anything about anyone there, and suppose you are not happy about anything, and if the united decision if you have to take, at that time the signature campaign can be worked. Understood? And these people, when the electricity charges increased in 2005, in August 2005, when the government has increased the electricity charges, the people were very unhappy and they were taking out the rallies also, and they were taking the signature campaign also. Understood? The government tried to explain and defend its decisions, but finally listened to the people's opinion and withdraw the increase. Now whatever the law government has made, if the people had done the rallies, suppose the people had done the signature campaign, by that the government not withdraw that one there. It means that government not stop that law. First of all, but then also people were doing such a revolutionary activities. So the government tried to explain why it is important to increase the electricity charges there, but people were not ready to accept that one. And lastly, the government has to take such a decision. That was finally the government has taken the decision and withdraw, which in money increase, that was they reduced the money. Understood? When it is happened, it was happened in August 2005. The government had to charge this decision because it is responsible to the people. It is the people's government, and the government's representatives, whatever the action taken the representatives, it affect the people there, and that representatives have no right to take such a decision which are not favorable for the people. There are many ways in which people express their views and make government understand what actions they took. These include dharnas, rallies, strikes, signature campaigns, and etc. Dharnas means what? Dharnas, it means that एक जगह पे बैठे रहने का, that is called the dharnas, or doing the सत्याग्रह और उपोषण करना, that is the dharnas. Or they were taking out the rallies also, they were doing the strikes also, and signature campaigns also. Means people have right to do like that. If the government has taken any decision and if the people are not happy and people think that these decisions, which decisions that government has taken, it is not favorable for the people, at that time people can do the strikes also, then they can take out the rallies also, they can took the dharnas also. The dharnas means उपोषण करना, एक जगह पे बैठे रहना against the decision made by the government. Understood? Now see, these things that are also brought forward. Newspaper, magazine and TV also play a role in discussing government issues and the responsibility. Now that decision making we also say that is. But whatever the decision has been taken in the parliament, how we can understand that is? This we can understand by the newspaper, by the magazine and the news channels also there. Nowadays such a many news channels are there, and which the decision has been taken, that we can understand very few, which in a jiffy means immediately we can understand what the decision had been taken by the government. And there are some critics also there. Critics means what? They are taking out the fault of the decision whatever the government has taken. Suppose our prime minister, the example just I am going to give you, suppose our prime minister has given any lecture or given any that speech there, or given any messages to the people. At that time, whatever the messages he had given, that online also we can see, on the TV also there, and the opposition party can criticize also there. Understood? Means this media, this next year you have one lesson also, that present their media lesson, social media lesson, you have a particular chapter there. In that you have to learn detail about that one. Because of these social medias, people can understand what the action taken by the government. Understood? Now, while it is true that a democracy allows people to participate, it is also true that not all the sections, if people are actually able to do so. Now, the people always take the actions there, but all the people not, the representatives only there. Now suppose in our school also, that we elect school captain, school vice captain also, they are house captains, and it means that they are the representatives of the students, and whatever you are thinking, whatever your demand and what you want, that they can be tell on behalf of you to the principal or to the teachers there. Understood? Another way for people to participate is by organizing themselves into social movement to seek to challenge the government and its functioning. Now suppose this again, the decision which the government has taken it, and if the people are not happy, at that time they can organize the people, and they can do the social movement against the government and its functioning. Members of the minority community, Dalits, Adivasi, women and others are often able to participate in this manner. Now the minorities means that in minority which caste will come, that I am going to tell you. That is that Muslims are coming in the minority, Sikh also coming, then now Jain also coming there, the minorities community, then Dalit, Adivasis also there, and women also coming there. These all others are often able to participate in this manner. Means they also must get right where in the parliament. Religious procession and the celebration can sometimes leads to conflicts. Now it is very much important. Suppose any religious procession going on. It means that before 14 years back in our Pusad also it has been happened like that. Whenever there was the Ramnavami procession was going on and there was a conflict happened between the Hindu community and the Muslim community. It means that this at that time what these and the 10 days and 15 days such a curfews were there and the people were faced the problem, and afterwards then people came to understand if we conflict means what? Conflict means quarreling, means if one religion is quarrel to the another religion, that is the conflict. And according to our constitution, every religion must get right, equal right. So for example, the route of procession takes me to lead a conflict. Suppose this any procession going on of any, suppose the Hindu people had taken out the procession of Ramnavami, and if they pass to the another area where the Muslim communities that mosques or their locality is there, so at that time both the community must have to keep silent there, and they have no right to do the conflict like this. The government, particularly to the police, play an important role in getting representatives of concerned communities to meet and try and arrive at a solution. Now whenever you go to watch the procession, suppose the Ramanavami procession, Shiva Jayanti procession there, at that time these police are there. Means at that time the police play very important role, and the many police do that duties there. Why? Because there should be peace in that procession. There should not be happen any conflict between the two religion. At that time police try to keep the silent among the people, and that they have to do the great work in that. Understood? At times there is a fear that violence may erupt with people throwing stones or trying to disturb the procession. Suppose any religious procession, just I have given the example of Pusad there, Ramnavami, that example I have given what happened there, that the people can be throw stone also on down the procession there. So it should not be happen like that. The police can play a very important role, and they try to keep the silence in that. Understood? The police is responsible for ensuring that violence does not take place, and if the religious matter if happen there, the violence can be spread up everywhere. So the police is responsible for ensuring that violence does not take place. Got it? Again, the rivers too can become a source of conflict between states. That is also rivers. बोले तो two नदियाँ. If suppose if two states are there and one river is flowing from that is what a river may begin in the place, flow through another, and end in the third. The sharing of water between different places that the river goes through are becoming an issue of the conflict. Now suppose the two states, one river is flowing there, at that time the people can be quarrel, people can be fight with each other for that water also. Got it? The places that the river goes through is becoming an issue of a conflict. For example, you may have heard about the Kaveri water dispute between Karnataka and the Tamil Nadu. Now the Kaveri is the name of the river, and that water became the cause of the dispute between which state? Between the Karnataka and the Tamil Nadu. And most of Karnataka and the Tamil Nadu people always fight for the water of Kaveri river. The water stored in the Krishna Sagar Dam in Karnataka is used for irrigating a number of districts and for meeting the needs of the city of Bangalore. The water stored in the Methur Dam in Tamil Nadu is used for the crops grown in the delta regions of the states. A conflict arises because both dams are on the same river. This is the dam which provide the water for the farms and by the irrigation system there. So this conflict can be arises because the dam is on one river there. The downstream dam in Tamil Nadu can only be filled up if water is released from the upstream one located in Karnataka. Therefore, both states can't get as much water as they need for people in their state. Now, such a one river, the river on one river that dam is there, and that's why both the states always be fight for the water there. Now this lead to conflict. The central government has to step in and see that a fair distribution is work about for both states. Now you have learned it, lesson number 3, that 3 tier of government, that is first is the Gram Panchayat, then the state government and the central government. Now you have to learn this first Gram Panchayat this year, afterwards then next year state, and next another is the Gram Panchayat means what, the local level, that local level government, then state level government and the central government. State levels means it is related to the state, means this state level government can be solve the problem of the state only, and this central government work is that they have to solve the problem of all the state. And if the two states are fighting with each other for water or for anything, at that time this central government can interrupt and central government can solve the problem of the state government. Understood? The central government has to step in and see that a fair distribution is worked out for the both states. Fair distribution means what? Suppose the one dam and this both the state must get the equal water, that is the fair distribution. Understood? Now, equality and justice. One of the key ideas of democratic government is its commitment to equality and justice. Equality and justice are inseparable. The earlier practice of untouchability is now banned by law. Now in the second lesson we had seen how the untouchable is spread up there when Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar was there. He had made the constitution, and by the constitution it is banned on that. Understood? On untouchability. This group of people were denied education, that you had seen it, that how Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar was not getting education. He was sitting outside and learning there. He was not getting right to sit among the children also, that we have learned. And this group of people means which group? The untouchable group of people were denied education. Transport also we had seen how this bullock cart driver was not ready to take the children in their bullock carts, that we have seen, or medical facilities. And even the chance to offer prayers means they were denied to go to the temples, that is to offer prayers. Dr. Ambedkar, about earlier in this book and many others like him, realize that such practices must not continue, and justice can only be achieved when people are treated equally. Now the first key elements of the government is the equality, and Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, whenever he had made the constitution, he had given importance to the equality, and he told to the people, whenever our country become equal, then only we can be developed, otherwise not. And by the law he tried to remove the untouchability from the society. Not only he, other also social reformers were there, and they said that the equality and the justice must get all nook and corner of the country, and all the peoples having any caste there would not be any discrimination. The government also recognizes this and makes special provisions for the groups with society that are unequal. For instance, in our society, there is a general tendency to value and care for the boy child and more than the girl child. That also we had seen it, that now how the unfair treatments were getting to the girl's child there, and everyone likes the boy child. That also the inferiority, and there were discrimination. Now also in 21st century, now also in some part of the our country villages, that nobody likes girls. They want that every family want that they must get male child there. It is a great discrimination, though by the constitution it has told that there is no discrimination. Then also now also there is such a tendency there, no one like the girl child. Understood? So it's our duty to save the girl child. The earlier practice of untouchability is now banned by law. This group of people were denied education, transport or medical facilities, and even the chance to offer prayers. Dr. Ambedkar, whom you have read about earlier in this book, and many others like him, realized that such practices must not be continued, and that justice can only be achieved when people are treated equally. And Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, another social reformer, everyone was saying that this discrimination must be stopped and everywhere equality must be spread up. Then only we can develop our country. The girl child and the boy child, there the discrimination we have learned it in that third lesson. This means that society does not value the girl and the boy child equally, and this is unjust. Now it is injustice there. Now in the family also, they are not only the society, in the family, if any family having one boy and one girl there, that getting some different treatment to the boys there. But nowadays what, these parents are very much educated and they can understand the ability of the girls, and they try to give the justice to the girls there. But approximately we can see that mostly the girl childs not get such a fair treatment which the boy's child get it. Got it? In this context, the government steps in to promote justice by providing special provisions that can enable girls to overcome the justice and they subject state to. And that's why this government has taken some steps there. Now there is in government school, you have learned it in second lesson, government school for the girls, there is a free education also there, that the girls are getting nowadays some facilities there, because the tendency, the boy child or the male child is a good for the parents and girls not. This tendency government has to try to remove it, but it is in our hand. If we have removed such a tendencies there, and we should know, if we have not done the discrimination, then what will happen, the girl child also get the proper justice. Understood? And that this it is possible that the fees for the girls might be waived or lowered in government school or the colleges. Now these girls most, now it is saying that some from the girls take some small fees there, but in government school, not only in private school there, but the government has given the free education to the girls, because government think that the girls also must take the education. Now this part I have explained it. Now the first part is also there. You have to read the lesson and then I will give the question answer. Understood, my children? Thank you.